We did try that, and here's what we learned in the process. And one of the other things is we had another instructor who, when they, very interested in technology, one of the leading edge people that got into the whole technology piece, very excited to do this. And in some of the initial courses that were built, had one course where they had an enrollment of students of about 15 students and was having about an 80% failure rate and was just panicking, just shocked at how it wasn't working. And really spent some time reflecting on it and recognized that a lot of the concepts that were being put across were very technical, very difficult for the students to grasp. So stepped back and started to take a totally different approach and really took advantage of discussion. And by taking advantage of discussion, created Socratic type questions, got the students engaged in the process, and got the students actively participating. And once they did that, she came back and said they had a 100% success rate. So a huge change from what they initially tried to where they ended up. I think as a challenge to add to the whole concept of active learning and promoting critical thinking is our ability to share those best practices. I think as an organization we struggle because we do have people that have learned some very valuable things who have developed some extremely good learning environments. But how do we get that message out to all of the rest of the faculty? How do we get those best practices shared so that people can capitalize on them? Things like TLT is an absolutely excellent forum for that, but again, we just touch small pockets of people. So we do rely somewhat on word of mouth, but I think as institutions, we need to be more active in trying to develop systems that allow for that sharing of best practices.
Thanks, Barb. Herman, would you like to respond?
What?
There we go.
There you go. Those are very tough questions. I'll try to answer them the best way that I can. I want to tell you a little bit about First Nations University of Canada. We serve a very diverse clientele of students. We have students from many cultures that attend our institution. However, our focus is on recruiting and retaining First Nation students. A population that has a long history of being underserved by mainstream institutions. Our students learn the same university knowledge and skills found in other institutions of higher learning, but with the added benefit of learning Indigenous knowledge systems, cultural traditions and values, and Indigenous languages and stories and ceremonies, all of which are an inseparable part of who we are as the original peoples of this land. Our overall goal is to increase our efforts in offering more university courses that are accessible, especially for people who are living in isolated and rural areas. We feel that more needs to be done in reaching people that have previously not had an opportunity for a university education. We have 12 academic departments at our university. Our faculty are eager to augment the repertoire of teaching methods with the use of technology-enhanced learning. Students are encouraged more than ever to use the World Wide Web when they're researching topics for their papers. The use of computers and PowerPoint presentations are common in classrooms. Video conferencing is also used to conduct meetings across campus locations. We realize that we can reach mass audiences and diverse student populations from around the world. From our perspective as faculty, it's an exciting time to be exchanging and sharing knowledge across cultures. With this opportunity, we are faced with developing creative ways to incorporate traditional protocols, ethics, and values in the way we use technology to communicate with others. We have witnessed dramatic enrollments in many of our online courses. Our Cree language courses, for example, had a total of 80 students last year. Our fall televised course was offered through 8 off-campus locations in the province, and another 6 more locations in the winter semester. The students in our Indian Communication Arts departments have been developing multimedia websites for several years. We also offer a variety of first-year and second-year online and televised courses in Cree language, Indigenous Studies, and several Indian social work courses that are very popular within the province. Our faculty in the School of Business has used a mixture of video conferencing and WebCT as a way to provide face-to-face distance learning for some of their courses. They are also poised to tap into the existing employee training needs by partnering with businesses and organizations to the signing of MOUs. But we have a variety of barriers and challenges right now. We want to provide our students with as many accessible options for our courses and programs, but we are faced with the following challenges, which include a strategic vision, long-term funding commitments from the province and the federal government, basic things like infrastructure, office staff, policies, and procedures. We're also concerned about employee retention, ongoing technical training,